ready for action.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Well, it's a very, very good evening to you. Welcome along to the fastest aviation show on YouTube with, of course, my good self, Stu Bear. For the next 60 minutes, it is literally non-stop all the way. And to start things off, we got the sound of warbirds, most definitely. With this absolutely gorgeous aircraft, the Hawker Fury Mark II. And it was from Duxford.
Second. 2, 3. Information, comrades taxi back. Comrades Duxford, information, taxi back to Stockholm.
Oh, and of course, we've got to give you all a big wave. So, great to see you. And we'll do the proper intros just a little bit later.
Standing for Iraqi single seat, because this is the ex-Iraqi Air Force Fury.
Idle.
And of course, as always, it's great to see all the messages coming into the chat room.
About half a dozen different hands in stores since then.
And in the background, you can hear my good friends. That's Boris and Steve.
Roots in the RAF need for a replacement for the Hawker Tempest 2, and it, to begin with, was known as the Tempest-like fighter, but when World War II ended, the RAF no longer had a requirement. Nonetheless, Hawker continued development of it as the Sea Fury for the Fleet Air Arm, and it came into service in October 1945. Like a lot of new aircraft that enjoy great success in service, The Sea Fury had its troubles early on. In fact, initially it wasn't felt suitable for carrier-borne operations, but that was all ironed out. And the Sea Fury began to replace the Supermarine Seafire, one of which we'll be seeing in our finale today, as the main carrier-borne fighter of the Fleet Air Arm of the Royal Navy. And then production switched to the FB-11, the fighter bomber version. That was the one that saw action in the Korean War of 1950 to 53.
And in our chat room today, we have UHM 100, Maria Lane, Gary Inge, Owen Paul,
Lovely colour scheme on this.
Gillian Peter are also with us.
The prototype Mark 10 Sea Fury.
And look who it is. It is the one and only. It's Marcus Camfield saying good evening, Stu Bear, and hi everyone.
Sound of the Bristol Centaurus 18. Radial engine 2,500 horsepower at this aircraft's disposal. Top speed of 460 miles an hour. No wonder.
Well, I know you're a very busy boy at the moment there, Marcus Camfield, but it's great to see you. I think we've got some helicopters for you a little bit later.
Steve Jones into land there with the Fury. And then, as I
That was Morris.
Make your way up to the airspace hangar if you'd like to watch the Concorde nose droop while we have an intermission in the programme.
Also, hi to John from near Birmingham.
And we'll come back to you very soon.
My name's Rich Goodwin and I fly the Muscle biplane, and you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Thank you very much there, Rich Goodwin. And of course, at the moment, there's Cobra Warrior going on. Hope to be there possibly next Tuesday.
And Tower Delta 1436, confirm located echo.
But right now, F-16 action with the Belgium Air Force. With their fantastic Team Viper demo.
Italian 1436, after vacating turn first right and taxi holding point Alpha, hold short of runway 27 Alpha.
Hold short 27 Alpha to the right, climb for 1436.
Also, hi very quickly to EP65.
180, bye for now.
180, 1436.
So keep the messages coming. And look who it is! It's my fantastic friend Maurice Moon. Oh, Maurice, it's great to see you, mate. I'm terrible at pronunciations, but welcome to Basic Member. That is Louis Dehan. I told you, I'm terrible. It certainly is an international audience every week, that EP65. And Dehan, yeah, he's nicely in green. That's because he's just become a member of Airshow World. Well, we were just talking about Cobra Warrior a moment ago, so hope to be there next week. But to get you in the mood, here's a bit of action from a couple of years ago. When the Belgium Air Force still had, as you can see, F-16s. More. You just saw Team Viper. Let's see a few more. And to UHN 100, he just sent another fantastic, absolutely amazing donation. You are the #1 man, I tell you. Thank you so much for the donation on the PayPal. Well, if you're with us last Friday night, I said we've got a bit of a special announcement to make. Stay with us, we'll tell you. Just look at the burners on that, eh? Got to be careful how I phrase that. and wishing Peter Barr a very good evening, and thanks for joining us. Don't forget, click those hearts. Let's see those hearts flowing through the chat room. Always makes me feel good. It's the Red Arrows, because Waddington, as you know, it's their home base now. And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to go way back in time with classic airshows. So come on, bring on the classic airshows. That's what we're going to do right now for you with a bit of Brontingthorpe. Real classic stuff. And don't forget, while you're watching the show, if you do Facebook or whatever you do, give it a share. Also coming up tonight, if you like Warbirds, we've got some fabulous footage from, where is it? Shuttleworth, Old Warden. 8:10 tonight, we've got a premiere. It certainly is an amazing looking aircraft. Just look at this. Wonderful aircraft, the Victor. Well, stay with us, Dahan, because later in the show, you might just see a Vulcan. And good evening to Brody's Banter. He's saying hello. Well, a very good, massive hello to you. And thank you for joining us right here on Airshow World with my good self. It's Stu Bear.
That 4-ship away to our right are Red 6, 7, 8 and 9. Red 8 and 9 are both in their third and final year. Red 9 is Flight Lieutenant Neil Rogers. Neil used to fly the Jaguar at Coltishall, and he was a qualified weapons instructor on that aircraft.
like to look now though to your left or right, you'll see the two sections as they position in front of us, this time for the 5-4 cross.
Flown today by Flight Lieutenant Glenn Mason, second season. Sitting in the back, Flight Lieutenant Ian Donnelly. This is his first season as Buccaneer, now coming in from the right, a dirty configuration. And we're actually designating for the Tornadoes. Pulling up shortly for barrel roll. For their own designation, rolling Bombay, which is unusual again for frontline aircraft. Just about everything these days carries the weapons actually on the pylons. You see as Glenn Mason brings the Buccaneer around, he'll be rolling that Bombay close. You can see it's white at the moment. Shortly, there it goes. That's the Bombay closing. Also carried out the Tornadoes will be doing exactly the same as the Buccaneers. Though they'll be carrying the Seagull missile as an anti-shipping missile. They'll
That's me. How you doing? This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. I'm at United DJs Radio, and you're watching the Airshow World with Stu Bear. Come fly with me sometime right here.
United DJs. Come fly with us every Friday night. Of course, it's the fastest aviation show on YouTube. Keep on watching. Hi to Mary Lane, Gary Inge, UHM 100. Keep those messages coming in. Right now, back to the Royal International Air Tattoo and a brilliant display team from the UAE. It is the team Al Fussan.
Terminal Force 1 Romeo, contact ground 121.180. Good evening. Alpha Sun, runway 27, circle 250 degrees, 10 knots, cleared for takeoff and display. Cleared for takeoff, copy wind and display, Alpha Sun.
Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed the classic air shows we had just then, especially. Oh boy, what did you think to the Buccaneers? I know Jilly and Peter, they were certainly enjoying that. By the way, Morris, coming up tonight at 8:10, we have a premiere, and I'm absolutely sure you would really enjoy it. It is from Old Warden Of course, it's the Shuttleworth Airshow. It was back in the summertime. It was a day and evening show. It's coming up later tonight. And of course, we've got to say hi to Christina. Yes, Owen Paul, you're absolutely spot on. This is the Airshow World logo team. Everybody gets confused. Think from a distance is the Frecce Tricolore. Same aircraft. Different part of the world. Different smoke. But still so entertaining. Well, how wonderful to have you watching the show tonight there, Greg. He said, I was fortunate enough to fly with Glenn Mason, the Buccaneer display pilot that we just saw a few moments ago. Come on, tell me, how does that look on your TV screens? That smoke is amazing. Look at that.
The vehicles in the southwest of the aerodrome to pick up the Hellenic Air Force F4 Phantom coming off of Bravo for green.
Can get there if I can cross after the team of
And if you're watching and then listening to this with your headphones on or some good speakers, that should have sounded quite something.
And leader 8 ground, confirm you're in position at Bravo for the F4.
Nice one, Greg. Well, I'm sure you really enjoy it.
I think leader 6 is
We've edited out all of the commentators' chitter chatter, so I think you'll really enjoy it. Of course, we'll have a chat room as well, so you'll be able to take part in that. And it's coming up tonight, the premiere, 8:10 tonight. You can clap your hands if you want to this. Oh yes, it's for Oh, good grief, Christina! How the devil are you? She's in the chat room, and I promised for quite a few weeks that I would actually show that. So there you go. We're looking at this screen now, aren't we? Or can we look at this one over here? You can see the cats. More from the cats a little bit later.
Especially for a do.
Meanwhile, especially for a do, as the great man says, it's helicopter time.
A nice little formation start, a little extra. And between these two, we're sort of spanning 70 odd years of fleet, air arm, rotary aviation. The Wasp dating really from the 1950s, a smaller Wasp.
You bet your bottom dollar there, I do.
It's a very different concept of shipboard helicopter operation here, Andy. We'll talk, as you say, more about the Wasp later on when it gives its solo display after another unusual formation. A different concept now with the Leonardo Wildcat, the new element of this old and new formation. And that's a lovely break.
I think we could be seeing the start of a brand new display item for future use.
Yes, indeed. Now, we should say, of course, that we have the current fleet air arm of the Royal Navy represented here by the Wildcat. The Wasp comes to us from the civilian Navy Wings Heritage Flight.
Along with the Wildcat running in to commence its display, this is the solo Black Cat. As the aircraft reaches the crowd line, watch for the steep pull up. Speed bleeds off, the aircraft will come into the hover for the first of its, I think it's fair to say, its characteristic manoeuvre. The nose over.
There are two versions of the Wildcat in service with the UK Armed Forces. This is the Naval Wildcat HMA-2, and there's also the Wildcat AH-1, which serves with the Army Air Corps. Now, unlike its predecessor, the Lynx, both versions have a wheeled undercarriage. You'll remember that most Army Lynx, not all, the Mark 9 later had a wheeled undercarriage, but most Army Lynx had a skid landing gear, and the naval ones had a wheeled undercarriage for shipboard operations. The decision was taken with the new Wildcat, when it was developed, to give them all wheeled landing gear. So important when you're using these aircraft around very small helicopter landing pads on the sterns of frigates and destroyers. There you see a kind of spiral loop. Those of you that remember back to the Lynx with the Black Eagles will remember the amazing backflip. I really like that manoeuvre from the Black Cat. You will see it again a little bit later on towards the end of its display. It's a kind of loop with a twist in it as well. Very, very effective. As the aircraft comes back in front of you, you can clearly see the kind of growth on its nose right on the front of the aircraft. That's the MX Westcan electro-optical device. It carries a range of sensors, including a very, very high-powered camera, able to detect targets at very long range, both day and night, in any weather condition.
Well, you saw a couple of cats right behind me a couple of minutes ago, and but I tell you what, they're definitely not Wildcats. They are fast asleep.
Since it entered service and began to replace the Mark 8 Lynx with Royal Navy units, because these helicopters... 825 Naval Air Squadron is the unit that provides the Black Cat Wildcat display, and it's Lieutenant Scott Sunderland, an instructor pilot on that unit, who is at the controls.
So here we see the first part of a flat 270-degree manoeuvre, back onto the B-axis. Then the same mirror image, 270 again, around to reposition. And as you watch this display, just imagine this aircraft operating on a very, very small helicopter landing pad. We are talking sort of tennis court size on the stern of a Royal Navy frigate or destroyer. in strong winds, in all sorts of weather conditions. There's nowhere to divert to. You can't just... conditions are a little bit out of limits. I'm heading off to land because you're in the middle of the ocean. These guys certainly take their job very seriously. A massive capability plus to any surface vessel. 85 Naval Air Squadron, part of the wider Wildcat Maritime Force, all of which is based at RNAS Yeovilton in Somerset. Some 400 personnel at its disposal, as well as 28 Wildcats. And these Wildcat HMA-2s divided across two squadrons. This one, as I say, from 825, which is the training and force generation unit. And then there's 815 squadron, which is now the frontline operational unit. And as part of that development of capabilities that I was mentioning earlier, with the arrival on the force of the missiles I mentioned, it's allowed the Wildcat really to mature as a platform and regain some of those capabilities that were there when it was the Lynx Mark 8 in service. So if you missed that very impressive nose-down manoeuvre right at the start of the display, it's now time to have your camera ready again. As the Lynx comes into the hover and a big nose down dive away. Before operational capability was achieved with the weaponry that equips the Royal Navy Wildcat Maritime Force, they were of course still operational in other areas, for example performing humanitarian aid support missions, disaster relief following natural disasters such as hurricanes, counter-piracy and anti-drugs smuggling out in the Gulf and so forth. But now the real bread and butter, the raison d'etre, is back. And here the aircraft's pulling up for another one of these kind of spiral loops. It looks like it's going to be a loop. Just a little turn over the top. Here's the aircraft back perfectly onto the A-axis. That was Lieutenant Scott Sunderland.
And if you like the sound of warbirds and you don't want to hear the commentator and all of that, you better be with us at 8:10 tonight. We have that premiere.
To 8,000 feet, Barnsley 1024. What type of service do you require?
Right now, though, we have our little section that we call Classic Cuts.
I was like a little bit through the Conroy Coventry gap at 1,000 feet.
To the M16, or do you have another stop for me?
Teams leading. Mark Fitzgerald and number 2. Just to present you with a photo opportunity for the other side of the aircraft. If you want one with the canopy up front, you can
frequency after aquatic.
Okay, gotcha. Taxi back, report master in sight. In a space of little over 10 years. Quite an achievement. And it all started, I understand, with a scruffy bit of paper and an old drawing, wondering whether this could actually fly. The bomb bay turn is complete, the bomb doors are closed, Bill will be flying out now.
And that's what we call the classic cuts. And if you want to see the full version of all of those videos, they're all on, of course, Airshow World. Together with around about 1.5 or 1.60 thousand different videos. 16,000. How is it all added up? There's a lot to keep you entertained right here on Airshow World. Right now, entertainment time it certainly is, especially for Morris. He loves the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. Well, he loves all warbirds. And here's an aircraft we're not going to see this year. But, of course, you can see it right here on Airshow World. It's the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight and the Lancaster. And don't forget, coming up pretty soon, we've got that announcement to make for you. Something new and exciting that we're setting up. Well, we've already set it up.
Matrix taxi via the Northern Taxiway, hold at Charlie.
Taxi hold at Charlie.
Matrix, copy.
Gibson, Lancaster, 1 minute.
Gibson, 1, copy.
Land, Memorial 2.
Memorial 3, final gear. Memorial 3, land in turn.
Memorial Gibson, combine, turning inbound for single flight pass.
And in the chat room, I've literally just put this very special link. And what it's all about, I'll tell you more about it just a little bit later. But right here on Airshow World, what we've created together with Airshow World and the motorhome, travelling Bear and all of that stuff, we've created this very special email list. What it is, it's a newsletter that we'll be sending out, and instead of me sending it out just to a couple of people on Messenger, if you sign up, you'll get all the latest information when we're going to be live, because we're going to be doing lots of live outside broadcasts coming up over the spring and summertime. I bet that woke you up just then. So if you'd like to subscribe to our brand new newsletter, get all the latest information, the link is in the chat. More info about it later. Look at this on the sunset. And this is a bit of a flavour of what we have coming over the next few months. They'll be altering the clocks very, very soon. That's East Midlands Airport, and we'll be doing lots of live outside broadcasts from there. Just recently, we've been down at
folks,
Birmingham.
This is Dicky McVitie from the chat room. Yes, the mad bloke. Sorry about that. Just to say you're watching Airshow World with the one and only Stu Bear.
Absolutely. And talking of sunsets, we certainly hope at some point this year to be down at Milden Hall, bringing you a few shows, especially in the evening, from, of course, the Stu Bear Mobile. So certainly subscribe to that newsletter and you'll get the very latest information about what's happening here at Airshow World, also on the motorhome site as well. And we have fantastic offers as well. So what more could you ask for? There it is, one more time in the chat room. That's the link you need. Is that an amazing sunset? That's what you get at Milden Hall. It's very flat countryside around there, and when you get evenings like this, oh boy. And these shots you're looking at right now, these were all taken from one of my live outside broadcasts down at Milden Hall. And just recently, I've been getting lots of messages from some of my followers saying, "Hey Stu, why have you not been down at Fairford and filming everything that's going on?" Well, I've got to be honest. For me, while things are like they are, I'm not filming the movements down at places like Fairford for, well, for obvious reasons for myself. Look at that sunset. And the birds as they were going to bed. But we're certainly not going to bed just yet. We've got a lot more to come for you on tonight's show. Plus, at 8:10 tonight, we have that fantastic premiere without any chat from the commentators, no chat from me, just the pure sound of warbirds. Right now, though, here's the Yellow Jack from,
Air Officer Commanding.
of course, this was from Cosford with the Nat.
Keen on the aircraft's colour scheme, nor on the team name. The decision was taken for 1965 to form just one official Royal Air Force aerobatic team.
prior to that,
I'm so pleased you enjoyed that, Greg.
Season, and that was the birth of the Red Arrows. Their first display on the Nat took place at a press event at RAF Little Rissington on the 6th of May 1965. Their public debut took place 9 days later at the Biggin Hill Airfair. At that stage, Lee Jones, who'd been leader of the Yellow Jacks, was still the team leader. Then the 7-ship formation.
Absolutely there, Mike Cusack. And doesn't this look amazing? The colour with the sky background, isn't that something? Looks good in blue sky, but also it looks pretty damn good in that white sky. This was filmed last year down at Cosford Airshow. Don't forget, Cosford Airshow this year will be there.
From 1975 to 76, described it to me as a beautiful aeroplane to fly. Very small, of course, and you almost felt that you put it on when you got into the cockpit. It was extremely responsive, very light on the controls, very precise. All the sort of qualities that turned the Red Arrows into the stuff of legend. And there, a wing waggle from Chris Heames to finish his display on the Nat display team's Folland Nat T1.
Definitely worth a big round of applause. Well, there's the man himself, and there's Jasmine with aeroplanes going over the top. There's a motorhome. What's that all about? Well, I've been putting the link in the chat room. It is our brand new venture that we've set up, especially for you guys. It's our newsletter, and you'll get, that's what it looks like when you get there. You simply put your email address in, click subscribe, you'll get an email to confirm, and then you should be all up and running, and you'll get the very latest information, everything up to date, special offers, you name it. And of course, you'll find out all about lots more, and you'll get to meet our superstar. Here she is. That's Jasmine. She's our mascot on the Travelling Bear with Stu Bear, and this was filmed on
Wednesday.
A very,
very good morning to you, and welcome along. We're right down here one more time at Birmingham Airport.
And that's where we were. That was the beginning of the show that we did live on Wednesday in this beautiful, beautiful weather we had on Wednesday. So, sign up. Doesn't cost you anything. And you'll find out exactly when we are live and all the special offers. And I can tell you, we were right under, as you just saw, we were right underneath that amazing aircraft. And here's another very nice looking aircraft indeed. Well, we filmed it here at Birmingham, and then when we got to East Midlands Airport, as I was driving past, I saw it again. It was taking off. Now, I'm pretty sure this is used to ferry quite famous people about, and lots of sports people as well. And coming in from Ireland, it is an Aer Lingus flight. But of course, if you're subscribed to Airshow World, you should, in theory, get an alert to say when we are live, but it doesn't always work that way. So certainly sign up to that newsletter, get the very latest news on what Stu Bear, Teresa and Jasmine are actually up to. to get you in the mood for 8:10 tonight, right here on Airshow World. Here's a little snippet for you of what to expect on our Shuttleworth special. And in the chat room, one more time, there's that link. Subscribe to our fantastic new newsletter. And actually in the chat room right now, waiting, we have Dahan. He's waiting for tonight's premiere. And I've just put another link into the chat room, and that will take you to tonight's premiere at 8:10. So if you want to hear the sound of warbirds going from one headphone to the other or from one speaker to the other, join us. Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get yourself 15% off every single order. Just use the code AIRSHOW, AIRSHOW. It's all uppercase, and the link is underneath the video right now. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And that was the fastest aviation show on YouTube. Don't forget, we have our other YouTube channel, The Travelling Bear with Stu Bear. Join us on that. That is really growing. It's doing quite good at the moment. So, and of course, hey, how the devil are you? It's time to say hi, and I know everybody, they love to have a quick word with the cats. There they are. They're still fast asleep right behind me. Well, I certainly hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. Don't forget, how could you forget? I've told you so many times. 8:10 tonight, which is in 9 minutes from now. And there we go. We've got the DJI on. We've got the hat and the cats in the background. Well, thank you. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And don't forget, make sure that you keep an eye open on what we're doing right down here at Airshow World, because we are back outside doing those live shows again. And I've got to tell you, it is a lot of thanks to you guys while we're doing this, because we have UHN 100 and so many other people that have put donations in to be able to help us get the new camera, get the new kit. It's not just the camera. We've had quite a few other bits and bobs that we've been getting. It's been a massive, big outlay, but I hope, look at this, I hope it's going to be all worthwhile, that we get a few people watching the outside broadcasts. And of course, we're going to be live every Friday night as well, so what more could you ask for? It's the only place to be, right here with Stu Bear, the cats, Jasmine, Teresa, you name it, and you wonderful people who we are going to have a quick word with right now over on, with a bit of luck, this camera just over here. I think with it, yes, we are there now. Okay, so before I did say I was going to definitely get another camera set up. So when I'm looking at the other screen, I can, yeah, I'm not looking away from you, like over there. We're over here. Or where are we now? Oh, we're over there. No, we're not. We're over here. Yeah, get it right. Okay, before we go tonight, we're going to go through the chat room one more time and say hi and bye to a few people. And of course, it's our good friend Christina. And I hope you enjoyed that little jiggle we did for you tonight. Good grief, Christina. Yeah, bring back Chicory Tip. That was way back from the 1970s. And Maurice Moon. Thanks, Stu. I enjoyed the show. I've got to tell you, Maurice, I really enjoyed you being actually in the chat tonight. There we go, a little bit wider. Really enjoyed seeing you tonight, my mate. I know you've not been very well. It'd be absolutely wonderful to see you back down at Duxford sometime. I hope to be there in September for their air show. Ah, boy, UHN 100. Well, Another fantastic donation. I really appreciate it, mate. You are wonderful. Gary Inge, it's always great to see you as well. And we're 7 minutes away from that premiere coming up. And who else could we say hi and bye? You've got around about 30 seconds before we close tonight's shop up. So stay with us tonight and join us. Tell you what, in case you missed it, there it is, one more time, last time in the chat room. That is your link for the premiere that's going on tonight at 8:10. Let me quickly scroll through the actual chat that we've got right here. Okay, EP65, it's been great to see you as well. Owen Paul, yeah, he enjoyed those sunsets. And Adu, well, he definitely liked those helicopters. Brody's Banter, that's a great name, isn't it? I like that. Greg, thank you for seeing us joining us as well. He enjoyed those sunsets. Well, you're going to see hopefully lots of great sunsets throughout the spring and summertime over at East Midlands Airport, and hopefully as well, as we said, Mildenhall. Okay, what have we got? Andrew Austin, he says thanks as well. Right, 30 seconds, then the bear is right out of here. I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. Don't forget, as we told you, you have those great special offers, and we've got more special offers that come your way when you sign up to that newsletter that we were telling you about just a little bit earlier. If you're half asleep, well, I tell you what, one last time in the chat room, this link I'm going to put in right now will take you to that sign up page. So certainly do that. It'll be great to have you. All right, Ollie, have a good night as well. Airbus 1961, he says, great show. Well, I'm really pleased you enjoyed it. Well, that's it from me. We'll go over to this camera. There we go. Because I know you love looking at the cats. Yes, they are real cats. Eccles. No, he won't move. One's called Eccles. One's called Tabitha. We have a black cat as well. Okay, from Stu Bear, DJI Pilot. We've got that kit on tonight. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. We'll see you, if not at 8:10 tonight, we'll see you next Friday night for, of course, the fastest aviation show on YouTube with my good self, Stu Bear. Take care, and thank you so much for watching tonight's show. Good night.